Intro, my lovely audience members. Ask anyone what the Mona Lisa is and they'll tell you about the famous painting. We've all seen her being stolen in movies and pictures of her staring boredly back at us. But have we ever really seen her in all of her glory? From professional restorationists to Tumblr bloggers, many people have been asking the same question. Can the Mona Lisa be restored? In its 518 years, the Mona Lisa has had new layers of varnish poured onto her surface to preserve the clarity of the image, but as time went on, the older layers of varnish faded to a dull yellow color, in turn warping the fine details and shading of the painting. Many different paintings have gone through the process of removing the old yellow varnish by gently dissolving it. The Mona Lisa, however, is a different story. She is no regular oil painting. In the unique way that the Mona Lisa was painted, they could mean many years of dangerous restoration. Calling for the Mona Lisa's restoration is a reasonable wish, but it might just turn out not to be such a sustainable idea. After the beautiful restoration of Woman in Red in 2017, the painting restoration story spread like wildfire across social media. And of course, you can't have a good art story go around without the Mona Lisa being brought up. Art curator Philip Mould brought this discussion from the world of art curators into the general public with this beautiful restoration piece. This was seen by thousands of people across several social media platforms. The restorationist in the video is seen applying a thick layer of a gel-like substance directly to the woman's face and scrubbing away at the old varnish with what seems to be a paintbrush, revealing pretty bright colors underneath. After seeing this video, many people took to the internet excited to see this technique used in other famous paintings. And many thought immediately of the Mona Lisa, fascinated with the idea of seeing the Mona Lisa with all of her old details and visible and bright again. The video was quite interesting to watch. The immediate transition of dirty to clean is impressive, but isn't an accurate portrayal of safe restoration practices. After a little bit of digging on the original video, you can hear the outcry of curators and restorationists. Typical art restoration is a painstakingly careful work. The end goal is to remove the old yellowing varnish and any dirt and grime the painting has collected over the years. There is a right and a wrong way to go about this process. And one wrong move could mean destroying years of history. Before restorationists even touch the painting, they do countless hours of research. They study the painting's origins and the painting practices of the time to get an accurate idea of the materials used, and they look at the painting under microscopes to try to get an estimate of how much dirt or varnish is on the painting. After all of that, they specifically create a chemical or a gel that is specifically created to remove all of the dirt or varnish without damaging the delicate paint underneath. Even after all of this preparation, they go even further to assure no damage is caused. Instead of just jumping into the restoration with thick globs of gel and a paintbrush in the middle of the painting, they started at the very outside of the painting with a test patch. They apply a small amount of the cleaning solution and leave it to sit to determine if any help is needed to remove the varnish. If there is, the restorationist will use small cotton swabs and small, gentle circles to remove the varnish and cleaning solution from the painting. The scrubbing motions used in this video and the amount of gel used is looked at by curators with horror. It is extremely surprising that this painting was not destroyed in the process of cleaning it. This being said, even the painstaking and delicate process may not work for all older paintings, let alone as paintings as old as the Mona Lisa. There are several problems the Mona Lisa faces right off the bat. Firstly, she is much older than A Woman in Red, which is 403 years old. The difference 105 years can make is a lot. The Mona Lisa was also painted using a much different technique than Woman in Red. While Woman in Red is just a regular oil painting with a few layers of glaze on top of it, of varnish on top of it, the Mona Lisa was painted using a technique called glaze painting. This is a technique where the painter will apply a thin layer of varnish on top of an already painted piece, and once it dries, they'll go in and add paint over to create a glow effect and to really make that paint pop off the canvas. Da Vinci worked on this painting on and off for the remainder of his life, never truly considering it finished. This also means that this painting has several layers of varnish on top of it. The chemical makeup of those layers of varnish and the new layers of varnish on top would be almost impossible for curators to distinguish between with chemicals. Another less technical reason that we have is that we have so few pieces from Da Vinci, just about around 20, and any damage caused to the Mona Lisa doesn't just mean losing thousands of dollars. It also means damage to some of the only surviving pieces we have from him, as well as a huge cultural loss that would be created by the damage. What all of this boils down to is that no matter how much we want to see the Mona Lisa's beautiful original details in wonderful clarity, it might just turn out that that really isn't possible because of the way she was painted and the massive risk factor. The possibility for damage outweighs the possibility for any good that might come out of seeing this piece the way that Da Vinci painted it.